gourmet next door. It's Sunday, the first weekday for us, and tonight I have a very special dinner for myself, which is totally indulgent but still really, really healthy. So tonight I'm going to be making garlic butter shrimp, and I'm going to be serving it on top of a spinach rice pilaf. I wanna fall in love. I wanna fall in love with you. Guys, let's walk through the ingredients briefly. So here we have our gorgeous shrimp. I have about 12 shrimps here. And then we have a boatload of spinach. Remember Popeye? And then I have my miracle rice here. Now, if you want to use regular rice, you can. You can use quinoa, you can use any sort of grain. But I'm going to use my miracle rice. So this is, of course, the low carb alternative to regular rice. Then I'm going to be using some Psylium Husk. And then I got some butter, unsalted butter. Then I have 1 egg, half a lime, and a whole head of garlic. Yep, you heard me right. And then for flavoring, I'm gonna use some smoked paprika. I have my sea salt, my black pepper, and as usual, olive oil. So with that, let's get shrimping. So the first thing we're gonna start with is treating the shrimp. So I'm gonna be doing a simple dredge here. So dredge is essentially, you have an egg wash, and then you're gonna dip it into some sort of a bready, crummy mixture to make the outside shell of the shrimp really crunchy. So first we're gonna go ahead and start with the egg. So 1 egg. And then you wanna whisk it a little bit. Now for the breading, you can definitely use panko, you can use breadcrumbs, you can use all those things, but because we're going low carb, I'm gonna try this Psylium Husk, which is essentially a fiber. So I have a lot of hopes that this is gonna work, and if it fails, we'll see it together. So I wanna pour some. Okay, perfect. Now to this breading, I'm gonna go ahead and add my paprika, and then little sea salt. I'm also gonna salt the eggs and a little bit black pepper. And the same goes for the eggs. So let's give the eggs a stir again. Perfect. I love that paprika, it's so smoky. And it's going to make this shrimp super, super exciting. Guys, I'm also gonna add a little bit cayenne pepper. You want to go easy with cayenne because it is spicy. Okay guys, I just want to show you now the one very important trick I forgot to mention is you want to make sure the shrimp is dry. Now, let's do the first one. So give them a nice little egg bath and then go into the breading. I mean, this is a little bit messy, but you want to get in there. Perfect. Now I'm gonna put the shrimp here onto the second one. I mean, who doesn't love fried shrimp, right? So what you can do is actually, you can use 1 hand for the egg wash. Yeah, this makes a lot more sense. And then you toss the shrimp into the other bowl, and your other hand is gonna be your breading hand. Because otherwise it gets messy. I love shrimp, it's a great source of protein, and I actually realized I haven't really cooked with it. So here is, I think, the first recipe with shrimp. It's high in cholesterol, so if you have cholesterol, just watch out on the portions. But overall, it's a very, very good source of protein. Guys, if you're into Netflix series, I watched Dirty John, and I recommend it. I think it's pretty good, so give that a try. Our beautiful shrimp is all nice and coated, so I'm gonna park these guys so they can absorb that flavor as I work on my spinach pilaf. So now let's move on to our spinach rice pilaf. So the first thing is I washed the spinach, I drained it, it's completely dry. So now I'm going to chop it, and I want to chop it fine because when I'm mixing it with rice, I want the pieces to be small. So I'm gonna get some olive oil in my pan here. Perfect. I'm not gonna turn it on yet because I have a bit of chopping to do. So since I'm doing a fine chop, I'm gonna work in batches. So today I bought the spinach, it's organic. It looks super fresh, and I love baby spinach. It's just so tender, and it's super good for you. So that's enough. I don't want to go too fine because then the spinach will bruise. So the ones I chop and drop into the pan with the olive oil. Guys, today was the first day when I opened my closet. I actually missed putting on my shoes. You know I love shoes. So it's been like, what, 2 months? I put on my high heels and my fancy shoes. So I can't wait to go back to the office. Actually, I'm going on Thursday, half a day. So we're starting this kind of flexible work schedule. So I can't wait for Thursday to come. And I'm gonna put on my fancy shoes and go to work. And who knows, maybe that night I'll cook for you in those shoes. Just to show my shoes off, right? Hey, did you guys see my mom doing the rolling pin dance? She's freaking awesome. So if you have a rolling pin, please do the dance and tag me. I wanna see your moves. So guys, tomorrow is Mexican. Or should I say Spanish because it's Cinco de Mayo. And to my query, I asked what to cook. Lots of you said something with guacamole. So there's a very good chance we're gonna have guac tomorrow. So now's the time to turn the pan on. I'm going to be turning my pan to, you guessed it, medium-high heat. So I have enough olive oil here. Let's go ahead and salt it. A little bit pepper. Now the lime, I'm going to squeeze it after I combine it with the rice. So this miracle rice, I told you about it. It's basically from a konjac vegetable. It's an Asian vegetable, and it imitates the texture of rice. So I basically washed it. I'm draining it right now. It's like little pearls of rice. So when it's ready, I'm gonna dump it into the spinach. It's that easy. As I'm waiting for this, I have a lot of garlic to go through, so let's do that. So I think I'm gonna use about 5 cloves of garlic. Hey, it's garlic butter shrimp, so you have to feel the garlic for sure. So I'm gonna peel off the garlic, and then with my itsy bitsy grater, I'm going to grate it. Spinach is heating up. I can smell it. So I'm gonna mix the spinach a bit. Do you see it's already shrunk? That whole 500 gram of spinach ended up looking like this. Exactly, that's my point. So I'm gonna be parking the spinach because I want the rice to cook a little bit, and then I will add back the spinach. So we go back into with a little bit olive oil. It's already hot, so I'm dropping my rice. And since I'm going to add my spinach later, I'm using the same wooden spoon. A little bit salt, a little bit pepper. Perfect. And as it cooks, it's gonna be nice and nutty like rice cakes. Now let's move on to our garlic. So I'm grating my garlic. Yeah, no kissing Bruno tonight, that's for sure. With this much garlic, he's gonna think the vampires came to the house. But it's so good and it's gonna be delicious. I can't wait. Guys, for the rice, I turned down the heat to a medium. So the rice is ready. I'm going to add my spinach. So at this moment, also I'm gonna squeeze my half lime. Look at how beautiful this rice pilaf with spinach looks. Yummy! So I'm just gonna give this a little try. Perfect. So I'm gonna remove the spinach rice pilaf off the stove and I'm going to put my other Teflon pan because it's time to cook the shrimp. Are you ready for this? I'm gonna add about that much. Yeah, it's a skinny little dab of butter. And remember, we're making garlic butter shrimp. And remember, when you are frying up stuff, you want to mix olive oil with butter. So here goes olive oil. Perfect. So I'm just gonna wait until the butter mixture is nice and bubbly, and then I'm gonna drop the garlic. So this way the garlic will infuse the oil, and then it's gonna fry up those shrimps amazingly. Now I'm on medium heat. Remember, you don't want to go high. I'm adding the garlic now. And I'm spreading the garlic around the pan. Don't go high heat here because the garlic will burn and it's going to be bitter. So it smells devilishly good. The other thing I love about shrimp is it cooks super fast. It cooks like a few minutes on each side, and once it's opaque, it's done. Okay, now our oil is bubbling up. I'm going to put my shrimp in. And I'm putting the heat to a medium high now. I'm going to flip them with a fork. Okay, let's take a look at our shrimp. They are looking amazing. Some of them are getting more charred. I think that's because the heat is a bit too high, so I'm gonna reduce the heat now. And back on, I'm going to add, ooh, that's nice that my hair is coming apart. Actually, the browning effect of this Psylium Husk is pretty good. To be honest, it looks really, really nice. Bruno, it smells nice, right? You and me in paradise. Guys, look at this crust on this shrimp. So again, just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean you need to compromise on the texture. You don't need to compromise on the taste for sure. Still, you should enjoy every bite. That paprika has given it a really nice look. It almost looks blackened shrimp. So let's go ahead and plate up our beautiful dinner. So first we lay down our spinach rice. Now I want to put this beautiful shrimp. Let's see if I can do this elegantly. And of course the butter is going in. I am not going to drain any of that goodness. Oh. That's it. Guys, here we have it, my spinach rice topped with pan-fried shrimp. And now is the time to try. So I'm gonna go in with a tiny shrimp. Guys, it's so hot. The shrimp is perfectly cooked. It's soft and tender. And that outside is so crunchy. And so flavorful. So now let me take a bite of my rice pilaf with spinach. This is spring on a plate. Lots of colors, lots of flavors. Try this recipe, it's awesome. It's full of flavor. It's so healthy, but it's so delicious at the same time. Stay home, stay safe, and thanks for watching and thanks for supporting me in this food journey. I love you all. See you next time. Ciao!